your host and host, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Apna Dhan. This platform is dedicated to all the aspects of personal finance, saving, investing and financial planning. In last episode, we have learned the concept of investing. What is investing? Why we should do investing instead of just saving your money? Then what are the different factors which we should consider before starting investing? And the most important thing is that how a beginner can start investing. In today's episode, we will learn the concept of goal-based investment theory. What is goal-based investment theory? How it is applicable in investing? And what are the steps we should take under this goal-based investment study? So, let's start. As per our last episode, we have learned that investing is a process of deploying all your saving amount in a proper financial instrument to earn return. Definition of goal-based investment study. So how this goal-based investment theory works? We all love traveling, don't we? Yes. We each and every year or once in a 2 year, we plan our holidays. So what is the first thing we do when we decided to? We pack our bags and just leave from the home? No. The first thing we do is to decide the destination. We decide the place where we want to go. Then second thing, we decide the itinerary. Third, we check the hotels and do the bookings. Fourth, we decide the mode of transport. The last thing, we pack our bags and we leave for the journey. The same theory applies in investing also. You can't just start investing when you decided to invest in some products. First, you have to identify your financial goals. In for a middle class family or the people like us, what can be our financial goals? The financial goals can be not more than 4 to 5 or maximum 6, I suppose. The first one will be the far most important, that your retirement. Second can be kids' education. Third, the planning for their marriages. Fourth, owning the own house. Fifth, owning your car or upgrading your existing car. And fifth one can be a domestic holiday or a holiday abroad. So these are the 4 to 5 or maximum 6 life goals we have in our lifetime. These goals we have to segregate into different lifespan, different terms. Okay, so these goals we have to map to the investment we make. So this is a very simple on which the goal-based investment theory is based. Now let's see that what are the processes we should follow or what is the things which comes under goal-based investment theory. First one, of course, identifying your life goals. First, you jot down all your financial goals which you want to achieve in your lifespan. Second, write down the durations for achieving that financial goals. It is very important because once you decide the time frame of each and every goal, you can segregate them into short term, medium term and long term goals. Because when you select the financial products for each of these goals, it all depends upon the duration of that particular goals. So segregating these goals into different in this 3 time span is very important. Third, after that you have to write down the present value of each and every goal. It means if you think that you want to go for a vacation after 2 years, what will be the current cost? What is the cost you can incur or you want to spend on that vacation? Write down that in a present value. So if you say that okay, I can spend 2 to 3 lakhs for a domestic vacation, write down that. But after 2 years, will it be the same price? Will it be the same cost? No. You have to factor the inflation. So generally 6 to 7% is the current prevailing inflation rate we can consider. So add that inflation factor and calculate the future cost of this goal. So fourth process will be calculating the future cost of that particular goal. When you calculate the future cost, now you do the backward counting. So let's see, for vacation, if you want to save 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs 50,000 in coming 2 years. So now you have to back calculate that how much amount you have to save each month, or you have to invest each month in different financial product, so that you can achieve that target of 3 lakhs 50,000. So fifth process or fifth step will be selecting the right products for that particular goal. As I said, it is very important that you select the products which are aligned with the duration of that particular goal. So here our goal is for 2 years. So I definitely ask you to put 100% of your saving into debt product only. You can't take exposure of equity here. So you can't invest this amount in equity. So whatever be the financial product, it should be from debt category. So what can be the financial instrument? You can choose FD, RD, or simply the liquid funds. You can start SIP in good liquid funds. If you have ready cash, you can put it in FD, and if you are conservative, you can go with the RD. So the selection of financial product depends upon the duration of that particular goal. Then sixth one will be the checking the performance of that particular financial products which we have chosen for the our different life goals. So let's see, for short term goals there won't be any much difference or any much difference in the returns which they give. So if you have chosen the financial products from a debt category and which are government backed, so there won't be a much difference. Say for FD, if you put your excess money in FD and lock that amount for 2 years, the interest rate is not going to change. So there is nothing reviewing of that product is needed. But for a longer term goals such as retirement or kids education or their marriage planning, one should have a proper review of each of their financial instrument which they have chosen for that particular goal. So yearly review of the performance of their financial products is very much needed. And in the last process is that shifting your amount or shifting your corpus which has accumulated in a riskier financial product to a safer financial product as and when the goals are nearing. So for a kids education or for retirement, when the goals is 2 years away, you should move all your savings from equity to the safer category or safer debt instrument. So this is the process one should follow when they do the goal-based financial investing. As I say, when you follow this goal-based investment strategy, it will give you a proper roadmap on which you can walk for attaining all your financial goals. When you just do investing randomly, it won't be a long term, it won't be a sustainable, because any emergency happens, you just stop investing for that particular goal. You just stop investing that amount which you are doing previously. Or you can randomly just liquidate the financial products, get the money for your existing need and just do it randomly over years. But when you follow goal-based investment theory, you know that this particular financial instrument is mapped for this financial goal. So you never liquidate that financial products for your other things. So this is very systematic approach to start your investing, and those who are just starting their investing, if they follow this goal-based investing, they will surely have a clear-cut idea of their investing process, and their work will not be a messy one. It will be a structured one which will definitely going to help you in future. Thank you so very much. I'm sure that you are liking my videos and you are spreading word for me. And do like this video, share with your friends, and do subscribe my channel. Thank you.